Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
See here, ma. With this class, we are going to start the new chapter, alternating current numericals. So, as we discussed earlier, from every chapter. So, regarding this chapter also, first we will discuss example problems. Afterwards, we will go through the exercise, and after that additional exercise. Okay, right. So, in this class, it is the first class of numericals from alternating current. See here, first example problem. Say this, ma. So, what is alternating current and what is the formula for RMS? Different types of current. Simply, different types of current formula we know. Okay, right. See this, ma. See, this is what first example problem. A light bulb is rated at 100 watt for a 220 volts supply. For a 220 volts supply. Full stop. Find A, the resistance of the bulb. B, the peak voltage of the source. And C, the RMS current through the bulb. Right? I am asking you to understand first question, problem. Then we will go for solution. A light bulb is rated at 100 watt for a 220 volts supply. So, here 100 watt is the power. A light bulb is rated at 100 watts for a 220 volts supply. Full stop. Find A, the resistance of the bulb. B, the peak voltage of the source. And C, the RMS current through the bulb. The RMS current through the bulb. Okay, right. Now, solution. See here. A. We are given P is equal to 100 watt and V is equal to 200 volts. This is what according to the problem. According to the problem. Right? See this. According to the problem, P is equal to 100 watt and V is equal to 200 volts. It is what voltage or potential difference, and it is power of the bulb, power rated for the bulb. Now, the resistance of the bulb is this formula, R is equal to V square by P. So, V value is 200, no? Right? V value is 200. Okay, sorry, it is what 220. V value is 220. Okay, V value is 220. V value is 220 volts, and this is the formula we know, R is equal to V square by P. That is equal to 220 volt whole square by 100 watt. That is equal to 484 ohms. 484 ohms. Okay, right. Now, B, the peak voltage of the source is Vm is equal to root 2 into V. So, root 2 into this value we have tried, that is what 220. Then we will get this value, that is 311 volt. 311 volts. Now, C. So because he is asking three things now. First he asked the resistance of the bulb, that we already calculated, which is 484 ohms we got. Next peak voltage of the source, that is we got 311 volts. This is what Vm is equal to square root of 2 into V. Now see the RMS current through the bulb. The RMS current through the bulb. See, since P is equal to V into I, since P is equal to V into I is equal to P by V, I is equal to P by V, that is equal to 100 watt divided by 220 volt, 100 watt divided by 220 volt, that is equal to 0.454 amps, 0.454 amps. Okay, right now. So we calculated three things, ma. One is resistance of the bulb, another one is peak voltage of the source. Next C is the RMS current through the bulb. Now next example problem, example 2. A pure inductor of 25 millihenry is connected to a source of 220 volts, full stop. Find the inductive reactance, find the inductive reactance and RMS current. Find the inductive reactance and RMS current in the circuit if the frequency of the source is 50 Hz. Find the inductive reactance, find the inductive reactance and RMS current in the circuit if the frequency of the source is 50 Hz. Frequency of the source is 50 Hz. So what they have given here, which is 500 more, it is not 500 more, it is 50 Hz. So it is 50 Hz ma. So they have given frequency of the source as 50 Hz. Now see the solution. So first you try to understand the question, which is a pure conductor of 25 millihenry. You know, milli value 10 to the power of minus 3. So in the problem, when we are going to substitute, I mean in the solution, when we are going to substitute the numerical values, there we have to write in place of milli 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, anyhow, this is the pure inductor of 25 millihenry is connected to a source of, 220 volt, full stop. Find the inductive reactance, find the inductive reactance and RMS current, root means square. Find the inductive reactance and RMS current in the circuit if the frequency of the source is 50 Hz. If the frequency of the source is 50 Hz. See the solution. The inductive reactance XL is equal to, the inductive reactance XL is equal to 2 pi nu L, 2 pi nu into L. Actually it is omega ma. So omega formula you don't know, that is 2 pi n or 2 pi nu, because it is the frequency. Pi is the constant. Now 2 into 3.14 in place of pi, 3.14 into, in place of nu 50 Hz frequency into L means inductance, no, that is what the inductance of the inductor, that is 25 into 10 to the power of minus 3, 25 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So if we complete this mathematical multiplication, that is equal to 7.85 ohms, 7.85 ohms. XL is equal to 7.85 ohms. Now next step, the RMS current in the circuit, the RMS current in the circuit I is equal to V by XL. So V value already we know, that is 220 volt given is a part of question, 220 volts divided by XL, that's we calculated now, which is inductive reactance, that is equal to 7.85 we got ma. So 220 volts divided by 7.85 volts, that is equal to 28 amps, 28 amps, that is what RMS current, you know the unit of current, which is ampere. So here the answer is 28 ampere. 28 ampere. So RMS current in the circuit is I is equal to 28 ampere. Next, example 3. Example 3. See here. A lamp is connected in series with a capacitor. A lamp is connected with a series. A lamp is connected in series with a capacitor. Full stop. Predict your observations. Predict your observations for DC and AC connections. Full stop. What happens in each case if the capacitance of the capacitor is reduced? What happens in each case if the capacitance of the capacitor is reduced? Okay. See, I will repeat once again. A lamp is connected in series with a capacitor. Full stop. Predict your observations for DC and AC connections. So we have to predict our observations. What happens in each case? What happens in each case if the capacitance of the capacitor is reduced? If the capacitance of the capacitor is reduced. This is the thing what we are going to do. That is what we are going to do. We are going to reduce the capacitance of the capacitor. So if you do like that, what happens to DC and AC connections? What happens to DC and AC connections? Okay, right. Now, next solution. See here. When a DC source is connected, when a DC source is connected to a capacitor, when a DC source is connected to a capacitor, the capacitor gets charged. See the predictions, because he is asking predictions. So that is what theory only now, because he is not asking to calculate any numerical value or any physical quantity. When a DC source is connected to a capacitor, the capacitor gets charged. After charging, no current flows in the circuit. Right? When a DC source is connected to a capacitor, the capacitor gets charged. After charging, no current flows in the circuit. No current flows in the circuit. And the lamp will not glow. And the lamp will not glow. So what can we say? There will be no change. There will be no change even if capacitance is reduced. Even if capacitance is reduced. With AC source, see here ma. So that is what DC completed. Now AC. With AC source, the capacitor offers capacitive reactance. That is what mathematically 1 by omega C, what I have written in the bracket. And the current flows in the circuit. Okay. There will be no change even if C is reduced. Okay, full stop. With AC source, the capacitor offers capacitive reactance and the current flows in the circuit. Full stop. Consequently, the lamp will shine. Reducing capacitance will increase reactance. And the lamp will shine less brightly than before. Here, in case of DC, before reduction what happens? After reduction what happens? In case of AC, before reduction what happens? After reduction what happens? That he is explaining. So when a DC source is connected to a capacitor, the capacitor gets charged. After charging, no current flows in the circuit. And the lamp will not glow. Full stop. There will be no change even if capacitance is reduced. Now, with AC source, The capacitor offers capacitive reactance and the current flows in the circuit with AC source. The capacitor offers capacitive reactance and the current flows in the circuit. And the current flows in the circuit, full stop. Consequently, the lamp will shine. The lamp will shine. But if we reduce the capacitance, that is what he is saying here, ma. Reducing capacitance will increase reactance, and the lamp will shine less brightly than before. Okay, right. Now, next example problem. That is example 4. Okay, right. That is example 4. Okay, right. See here. First you see the problem, then you will go for solution. A 15 microfarad capacitor is connected. A 15 microfarad capacitor is connected to a 220 volts 50 Hz source. A 220 volts 50 Hz source, full stop. Find the capacitive reactance and the current. Find the capacitive reactance and the current. In the bracket, RMS and peak, right? So we have to find RMS current and peak current also, ma. See here, find the capacitive reactance and the current. So in the bracket he is asking both the currents in the circuit, full stop. If the frequency is doubled, what happens to the capacitive reactance and the current? If the frequency is doubled, what happens to the capacitive reactance and the current? Okay, first you try, I hope you understood the problem. So according to the problem, they have given capacitance of a capacitor as 15 microfarad and then given the applied voltage for the capacitor, then frequency also given. Afterwards, he is asking to calculate capacitive reactance and he is also asking to calculate RMS current and peak current. Now, if the frequency is doubled, what happens to the capacitive reactance and the current? Right. So, two different situations. First, we have to calculate, and then by changing capacitive reactance, by changing the frequency, what happens to the capacitive reactance and the current? See here. First, we are going to discuss this part of the problem. Then we will come to this part. See here. Okay. So, what is the formula for capacitive reactance? You know, that is XC is equal 1 by omega C. Omega means 2 pi nu. Right. So, 2 pi into nu is 50 Hz and C is 15 into 10 to the power of minus 6. 15 into 10 to the power of minus 6, that is equal to 212 ohms. Right, that is 212 ohms. That is what capacitive reactance. Now the RMS current is I is equal to V by XC. V by XC, that is equal to 220 volt. 220 volt divided by 212 ohms. This is 212, no? Right. So if you complete this calculation, then you will get it as 1.04 amps. I is equal to 1.04 amps. Now next, peak current. Peak current is Im is equal to, right, Im is equal to root 2 into I. Root 2 means 1.41. 1.41 into I value is 1.04. That is equal to 1.47 ampere. 1.47 ampere. The peak current is Im is equal to root 2 into I. Now this current oscillates between plus 1.47 amps and minus 1.47 amps and is ahead of the voltage by pi by 2. See, which is what alternating current, no? So 0, positive peak, again 0, and the negative peak and again 0. So when this peak current is 1.47, so what is the range between which the current is oscillating? that is plus 1.47 and then minus 1.47, and the phase difference, sorry Amma, this is what the voltage is ahead. The ahead of the voltage is by pi by 2. Pi by 2. Now, next this part of the question. If the frequency is doubled, what happens to the capacitive reactance and the current? Okay. So, if the frequency is doubled, the capacitive reactance is become half. So, how can I am saying, how it is possible to say like that? See this formula. In place of nu, we have to write 2 nu. So, when it is 2 nu, mathematically you can take it as down. Then it will become half, no? Right? So, when it is become 2, what happens to this? So, if the frequency is doubled, the capacitive reactance becomes half, and consequently the current is doubled. Okay? That is what the explanation for what he is asking. That is, if the frequency is doubled, what happens to the capacitive reactance and the current? Okay, right. So, in this class we discussed 4 example problems. Example 1, there he calculated to ask resistance and then peak voltage of the source and then RMS current through the bulb. After that, in the next example, second example problem, regarding the inductor, he asked to calculate inductive reactance. Then RMS current in the circuit we calculated by using the formula I is equal to V by XL. And in the third example problem, by giving a lamp, he is asking to put the observations for DC and AC connections, right? If the capacitance of the capacitor is reduced. Next, in the fourth example problem, by giving some of the values, he is asking to calculate capacitive reactance and the current in the circuit, so RMS and peak. After completion of that, he is also asking some of the information regarding if frequency is doubled, what happens to the capacitive reactance and the current. Okay, right. So, in our next class, we will start with example 5 problem. Thank you.